excited to interview Mr. Anil, who is CFO. Sir, to brief about our publications, we are a trade publication. We do interact with the customers on behalf of brands like Oracle to know about, the success story about digital transformation. So first of all, I'd like to welcome you for this chat discussion. We have the privilege of gaining insights into the digital transformation journey of Varsity Education Management, a leading player in the education sector in India. I'm pleased to welcome Mr. Anil Kumar Gollapudi, the CFO at Varsity Education Management, who is joining us today for this exclusive chat. So I thank you again and I welcome you for this chat discussion, sir.
Sure. Thank you, Rajeev. And I'm excited to share my inputs about the implementation that we did and about us.
Right. So obviously means, we are discussing on the digital transformation journey. So you'll be sharing, valuable perspective on how the integration of Oracle Fusion Cloud ERP has elevated operation efficiency and driven data-driven decision making in academic administration where you lead. And without further delay, let's dive into the discussion. So brief about your university management, because my audience should know that what you guys do actually.
Sure. So Varsity Education Management Private Limited, maybe we'll call it Varsity. Varsity is into the K-12 education sector. There are three main verticals that we handle. One, we provide academic and non-academic services to the educational institutions. Two, we provide some coaching services under the brand name Knowledge Hubs, which is not the teaching or coaching determined or driven by the intermediate board or the 10th board like that. It is purely coaching services. And three, we have an edutech platform of our own, which is a subsidiary called Rank Guru, but the brand name is Infinity Learn. We have an edutech platform which we use both for our students as well as the external students. And for the educational services, which I said academic.
Okay. So it's a Telangana-based company, as I know, and
yeah, it's a Telangana-based company. And as far as the academic and non-academic services which I referred are concerned, Sri Chaitanya is the group to which the majority of the services are provided. And as many of us know, Sri Chaitanya is a network of approximately 1,000 schools and colleges into K-12 education and presence in 16 states.
Great. So you have an employee strength of more than 5,000, I guess, 5,000 members.
Varsity along with Sri Chaitanya has an employee strength of 60,000.
I would like to ask you more about, what were the primary factors that led you to deploy Oracle Fusion Cloud ERP to boost your future growth? What prompted you to adopt this?
Yeah, so I came on board of Varsity, I think approximately 2 years now, 1 month away, 1 year, 11 months. And when I came on board, we had different initiatives that we discussed to be run over the next 24 months, 18 to 24 months. And one of them is the digital transformation along with the operational transformation of the entity. And when we started thinking about the digital transformation, we wanted a single source of truth for all the information that we have. We were already using Oracle R12. We were already on Oracle EBS, but the implementation was not foolproof in the sense most of the process was still being done manually and there is no automation. So then we explored on whether we could repair the existing implementation or do a fresh implementation. And after a lot of brainstorming, we thought doing a fresh implementation is good. And that is where we concluded, let us go with Oracle Fusion, because obviously the world is moving from on-prem to cloud. So instead of doing another implementation on-prem, we thought, let us do Oracle Fusion implementation.
Okay. So since how long you were using Oracle solutions? Since how long?
Oracle R12 VBS we have been using for 6 years before cloud, and Oracle Cloud we just went live in December 23. So we are just 2 months that we went live.
Okay. So how has been the association so far with Oracle?
No, it has been good. In fact, our journey when we started thinking of Oracle Fusion implementation, from the time we thought we will do the implementation to the project kickoff, it took almost 7 months. We had a lot of questions on whether the solutioning and automation that we were thinking will work or not, and about the cost also, and about the automation also. PwC is our implementation partner. Both Oracle pre-sales team and the PwC did help us in terms of a lot of POC concepts, discussions, deep diving into the points that we asked, and then finally came to the conclusion that we should do. And then that is where we kicked off in September 22, I guess, September 22 or October 22.
How has been your, what were the challenges you faced during the evaluation process, that what solutions should be implemented, the process, and how the deep dive, demonstration from POC workshop, which Oracle provides, played a great role in, deploying this solution completely in entire system?
Yeah, so as I mentioned just now, there was a laundry list of automations that we wanted to do as part of the implementation. So at that time, we were not sure how much will Oracle Fusion support us in achieving that. Some of them might be a customization, some of them might be uh, out of box that was there in Oracle Fusion, but we were not sure on that. So that is where we had back and forth discussions with Oracle pre-sales team and PwC to understand what is available out of box and what are the customizations that we need. But at the beginning of the discussion, what we understood is since it is a cloud solution, unlike the erstwhile EBS, the opportunities for customizations are low. That is what we were told at the beginning of the discussion. But as we made progress, there were other avenues to do the customization like Apex Forms and PaaS in Oracle Cloud where we could do the customizations and integrate that back with Oracle Fusion. So we did those discussions point wise, and then as I said, all that list that we had, we came to the conclusion that most of them were possible, and that is where we zeroed down to go ahead with the solution.
Right. So means, obviously, POC workshops plays a very great role in implementation of such large solutions. Okay. So moving to this part.
Online workshop as well as offline, the pre-sales team was here with us. Oracle pre-sales team was here with us a couple of times in Hyderabad. And they gave us some POCs of the solutions that we asked both in procurement as well as some customizations on the bolt-ons. And we looked at them and then finalized.
Right. So great. So means, obviously, the kind of support you're getting from Oracle is, amazing. That's the reason, you're successful while implementing such solutions on a larger scale.
In fact, during
Right.
the customization, the implementation also, we had quite a few issues that came across. We raised the SRs and then we received a lot of support in terms of resolving them. And then,
so in what ways has the adoption of Oracle Cloud ERP, which you're talking that you successfully implemented, so what impact it had, post deployment, like, especially if we talk about the HR side or the finance side or the entire work process, how it got enhanced?
yeah, so I keep telling my team and other people whom I talk to. So generally, when you join any company, any employee will get a chance to understand about that industry only. But because of the complexities we had a kind of multiple industries running. Like for example, because of the core industry that we are in, which is the education industry, obviously the team will get to know about the industry, its nitty-gritties, and what are the complexities that are there. And we have 62 cloud kitchens because we are K-12 schools and colleges. We have both residential schools and colleges and day scholar schools and colleges. We have 62 62 kitchens, basically cloud kitchens serving 140 residential campuses and 140,000 residential students. So it is almost like a chain of restaurants. So the food should go on in time for all the 140,000 students every day. And another part of our operations is we have a fleet of 3,000 vehicles, which serves almost like 120,000 students who avail transport from us. That is another kind of mini industry, the transport industry, where there are fleet of vehicles to manage. And besides that, our core operations as such are there. We have a network of 1,000 branches with 7.5 lakh students. So we have multiple sources of information. One is obviously Oracle, and then we have other sources of implementation. So earlier we were lacking on having single source of truth because of where the implementation was done earlier or because the systems that were there in place earlier. So we wanted Oracle Fusion to be single source of truth going forward. All the information that we wanted and all the reports that we wanted for the decision making, Oracle should be our single source of truth. And that is where we did a lot of brainstorming on what are the final reports that we need? What is the final output? Obviously, as the saying goes, garbage in and garbage out. We didn't want that to repeat again. We wanted proper information going to the system and then get fruitful reports out of the system, which is useful for the decision making and enabling the growth.
Right. So means, the kind of, benefit you got by unifying all these different your departments onto a single platform really help you to grow further. Can you share any instance where you saw that the AI has really, there is a chance to AI is helping you the entire system?
No, actually, as I said, we had just went live 2 months back. We still get into that phase of using the AI capabilities. I think we should start using that in a quarter or so.
Maybe so. Next time I'm talking to you, have more example to share that.
Absolutely.
That's great. Obviously, means what is your take about AI? Because you are closely monitoring because you are handling such a large infrastructure, IT infrastructure. So how do you see AI integration?
No, of course,
in ERP?
I'll just take 1 or 2 examples. Maybe let me take that examples of cloud kitchens again. So one of the improvements that we did as part of Oracle Fusion implementation is one pain point that we had was we didn't have any control on the wastage of food. And that is one of the major costs for us. So as part of Fusion implementation, we came up with a specific kitchen management module, which talks about standard quantities and standard cost, which will compare with actual quantities and actual costs, which will help us to control the wastage of costs. And that is one of the avenues where we are thinking we can use AI later, because we look at a lot of market prices there to make our decision making in terms of releasing the purchase orders for those purchases. Today, all the process is manual. We are dependent on emails and phone calls to get the data. Maybe as we make progress and stabilize the system, we wanted to integrate that with the market platforms where we can get the data and make it easier for the decision making.
Yeah, obviously means going forward, you will have different kind of numbers to support what you did and
Yeah.
what are the results you are getting. Considering the transformative power of cloud computing, what opportunities and challenges has Varsity Education encountered in the journey towards cloud adoption, and how Oracle ERP addressed these challenges?
I would say I think there are 3 or 4 major challenges that we faced. The first one I'll take is cost only, because I think that is the major decision-making point.
Well,
So when we
right.
started the project and when we wanted to discuss, I think cost was the predominant factor for us, because at least when we started, we were under the presumption that the on-prem solution and the cloud solution will have significant difference in the cost. And then we were apprehensive of adopting the cloud at that point in time only because of the cost reason. And the second reason we were apprehensive is the data security. As a policy, all the solutions that we had, at least before we started with Oracle Fusion Cloud, we made sure everything is on-prem. We had our own infrastructure, we had our own AWS or other cloud solutions where we hosted the solutions. And we were making sure everything is on-prem just so that data is not open to others to access.
Right.
So these were the 2 main points that we had. But I think when we did the discussions with the Oracle pre-sales team, we did that 5 years of TCO, total cost of ownership, to understand how it makes the difference. So then we looked at what is our hardware cost and the people required for managing the hardware from us, then compare it with cloud, do an apple-to-apple comparison to understand whether it really makes sense or not. And that is where we could see that the difference was not that material as we discussed. It was obviously, there was some difference, but it was not that big as we discussed, as we expected. And similarly with data security, then I mean, Oracle obviously will have a lot of controls on the data security, but then they gave us that confidence on the controls that they had and the certifications that they have to ensure that the data is safe.
Right. So, the 2 major challenge which you saw is about the pricing, which was a
And
major
data security.
hurdle, and the in-premises or the cloud. So there is you are not sure that data will be secured or not.
And one
So
other
how-
point which I mentioned a few minutes ago is the customizations. So we were at least told in the part of the discussions that since ERP, the previous version of Oracle was on-prem, which is specific to each customer. So everyone used to customize as per their convenience. Since cloud is common platform for everybody, we were told that there will not be so much flexibility to do the customizations. That is where we were apprehensive of, but that also, as we discussed a few minutes back, we did a lot of brainstorming and then POCs and all that, and then came to the conclusion that though not within the solution, there are other avenues to do the customizations on which we achieved also.
how do you see the Oracle Cloud ERP playing a great role in driving the future growth of your company, as well as before you conclude this discussion, I would like to give you some kind of messaging to the CFO or the CTO who will watch this video, that what should be their take on such kind of transition which they are doing.
Yeah, so like I said at the beginning of the discussion, we want our Oracle Fusion, which we implemented, to be single source of truth for all the decision making. We just completed our go live in December 23. We went live on other solutions like FCCS and PBCS, which are for budgeting and consolidation also. And right now we are actually going live on Fusion Analytics Warehouse, which takes data from all the Oracle applications and then gives data. And parallelly, while we were doing Fusion implementation, we also implemented our intranet. Varsity did not have any intranet earlier. So we signed off for Oracle Content Management, which gives a platform to develop our own intranet page, which is kind of document repository management system, document management system. So we developed our own intranet where we are today managing all the compliance documents that we have. We have approximately 1,000 branches, and there are a lot of compliance documents and then lease agreements and all those things. So we are kind of leveraging the platform that we have, and we are sure that this FAW and other solutions will pull all the data from all the applications and then enable us to have facts-based or number-based decision making to be done in time. And
what will be your advice?
Yeah, I was about to answer. So though I will not call it an advice, but my 2 cents from my implementation experience. So this is my, I think, 5th or 6th implementation. I think I did one Oracle EBS implementation when I was with Apollo, and this is the second Fusion implementation. And I did a couple of Dynamics and SAP implementations earlier. So from these things, I think the bottleneck lies in understanding or determining what we want at the beginning of the project. What we want as outcome is the prerequisite for us to have, without which we cannot ensure or make sure the project goes live and is a successful implementation. And once we have that 1 point or the 2 point liner of what we want, and once there is clarity, and it is easy to complete the implementation and get the required output. And last but not the least is obviously the team. We had a team of 60 people who were part of this implementation at different points in time. Maybe initially the functional experts process-wise who were doing the to-be designs and then sign-offs, and then the technical team also came in, and then the actual users came in for the UAT testing and sign-off and all that. So it all lies in taking the team along, building their confidence. Obviously, there will be resistance to change, and people will not believe when we start on day 0 that things will happen. But it lies in taking the team along with us, giving them confidence that the things will happen, and then showing them that improvement that is expected of the system will make the system successful.
Yeah, that's great, kind of experience you're sharing. We'll learn how, kind of a strategy which is required. They can learn from, a case study like you who had done really well by implementing such solutions. Mr. Anil, I'll just leave you with one more comment, very small comment I want, because, you are into a now education sector. And you have seen, how the digital transformation journey has changed within last couple of, years. So what will be your, kind of, observation of the trend you can talk on the education industry, that this will shape up, and the new companies or the existing companies who are into the solutions like you or the education system, why they need to rely on implementing ERP solutions like Oracle, which Oracle is providing. This will definitely help for their future growth. What will be your take on that?
No, I think, see, for any company, as they start the operations and as they start growing, they need to have proper systems in place which should help them for the decision making, without which it is not possible to make decisions. Maybe people might be believing that we are taking right decisions, but when they compare the decisions based on numbers versus the decisions they made, it will make the difference. And coming to the industry, I think though people feel that education industry is like not like manufacturing or anything industry, there is no complexity. There are enough of its own complexities. And I think having a right system will definitely help the people to run the operations more efficiently and transparently.
That's great. Means, very nice of, sharing such valuable information with our audiences to learn more about the digital transformation journey which you had, and that is going to give you such kind of result in coming years. So, sir, thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights into Varsity Education Management's technology journey and the successful integration of Oracle Fusion Cloud ERP. Your experience shed light on the transformative impact of cutting-edge technology in education management solution, which you are providing, obviously. We appreciate your time and expertise in providing a glimpse into the collaborative success story of Varsity Education Management and Oracle. So, sir, have a great day, and thank you so much again.
Thank you. Thanks, Rajeev. And it has been a great work with both Oracle and PwC. So when we went live, I just left a message to the team that this is not the end of the project. This is the beginning of another process and achievement that we want to do, because once we do that or lay the platform, there are a lot more things to do around that. So we now have to do all those automations and then improvements to bring those efficiencies. So that is what we are planning to do, the bigger parts of the other ancillary systems that are there within the network of Oracle.
Obviously. So, it's a journey. It's not a destination. Digital transformation is journey. That's great. Thank you again, sir. Thank you so much for sharing such valuable information. Thanks. Great chat talking to you.